Growing up in a small town.
Fall in love with a small town. In a teeny tiny itty bitty, nothing like the city.
Small town.
Teeny tiny itty bitty, nothing like the city.
Small town.
If you have a sweet tooth like we do, you'll be happy to know there's a guy named Kevin Krim that owns Cold Country Candy Shop in downtown Gillette. We're going to go meet him today. In fact, when we pulled up, he had been standing just like this for almost 2 days. We felt really bad. We better get in there. Cold Country Candy Shop. And what's the address, Kevin?
219 South Gillette Avenue.
Some of you might have been here. Do they have the coolest stuff? And we'll go over that here in just a little bit. But Kevin, are you originally from Wyoming?
From Wyoming, yeah. I was born and raised down in Casper.
So what did you do down in Casper?
Whatever it took to pay the bills, you know. Yeah, I mean, I was young. We've been here about 20 years, so I was in my 30s when we moved up here. So
Up to Gillette?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the day that you decided I'm not going to work for anybody else but myself?
the day we got the long answer is, we had a longer plan for me to be doing this. The short answer is the day we got the 2-week notice from an employee that was, moving on to another job. So we kind of moved up the schedule a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. And what was it? Candy always on your mind here? I mean,
no. So we own another business. We own the Urban Basket, which is right next door to us here. When this building opened up, we definitely knew we wanted to do something in the building here. Candy wasn't necessarily our first choice. I don't want to divulge what our first choice was because we still maybe have that in the planning if more opportunities open up for us. But
did something inspire you along the way?
Funny little story on that was, so there was a kid in talking to us. He works at another place in town that has a little candy section. And he was, dealing with some tourists, and they started asking him, this was last September, started asking, hey, where's your candy shop? And he's like, well, we really don't have a candy shop in town. And he was then relaying this story to us at the Urban Basket. And like I say, we had already known we wanted the building. It was opening up and everything. We just didn't know if we could pull off our first choice. So let's at least look into doing a candy store. And so, yeah, it was just kind of one of those things.
When you decide you're going to open a candy store, did you go online and draw inspiration from other candy stores on how to make it look? Because this thing, when you walk into this store, one, it's very well put together. I'm going to say that, but it's so organized and it's amazing, actually. And we'll go over that here in a little bit. But well, thanks for that.
I've been in other candy stores, so we kind of had a feeling, like we've been at the one, Rushmore Candy Company over in Rapid City. Of course, I don't have that scale. I've been in a few other candy stores and stuff. We really didn't, go online shopping to put it together or anything else. My wife is very good with the creative side of that stuff, so she actually kind of helped with the initial decor and stuff in here. Since March, since I took over, though, this thing's definitely got my stamp on it now, way more than it had. Has hers now.
In there.
Yeah,
she gets to do her side, and this is kind of your baby.
Yeah. So I'm day to day here. So
what I love to see, especially in candy stores, is people coming through constantly.
Absolutely.
And I've seen that since I started setting up, even just pulling in.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that about candy stores, especially in small towns, right? Because it is such a niche.
Right.
I'm glad that people are starting to really know this place and get to know it.
Well,
I want the success for places like this.
Absolutely.
You deserve that. You work hard. Let's ask a personal question about Wyoming. Is there something that just irritates you about Wyoming?
Aside from all the people here. No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, actually, the biggest thing about Wyoming that's kind of frustrating or annoying is we're kind of in this food desert kind of, it's hard to get stuff here. So even supplying my store, it takes, a few days longer than it would even if I lived someplace like Rapid City.
Yeah.
We're just kind of isolated out here. So
we feel like we wait a long time for the stuff we are telling people we're going to have.
Right.
Because we have that middle guy.
Yeah.
What's the secret to small business, do you think? Do you have any, there's a bunch of small businesses in town, and some people know about secrets to startups and getting going. Is there grants, or is there any kind of thing that you utilize to help get you started?
I'm not a firm believer in going after grant. I mean, if somebody came up and offered me a bunch of money to start a business, okay,
as
that's
an
one
investor?
thing. Yeah, but I really don't believe a lot in the grants. I don't believe a lot in, basically putting yourself where somebody else is going to have any kind of creative input to your idea. I
like that.
The biggest thing I would say for, someone looking to start a business is, just believe in yourself. Do your homework, understand what you're going to need, because I see so many businesses fail because they're, the owners and are not there, or they don't stay open during the hours they have posted. They don't put the time and effort into that business.
Yeah.
So
year one's tough, right? You're going through the aches and the pains and learning about your bills. Go with your gut.
Yeah.
And stand by your business model.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Which is critical.
Well, and understand that you're going to form a plan, and then that plan is going to change too. And if you want to stick to your guns and are unwilling to compromise on that, you're going to fail just as much as the person who opens a business but then is never there.
That's right.
So,
do you like music? Absolutely. What's your favorite genre?
Good music is good music. I'll preface it with that.
Okay.
That said, coming up, I'm Gen X,
Gen X.
Right on. So, I came up on, metal and, true metal. And I came up on, gangster rap, the NWA and that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
Always have the affinity for that.
What's true metal to you?
So
everybody's kind of got a
right.
definition.
I'm talking the Iron Maidens, Metallicas, obviously
Dimebag.
Ozzy, Diamondback. The old school stuff, the stuff that Black Sabbath is obviously the Kings. But really, any of that stuff that's metal to me. That's
Pantera.
Well, 90s Pantera and later. let's forget that hair metal phase.
It's hard to do.
I know. Once you rip that Band-Aid off, it's hard to look at it the same again.
Yeah, I wonder if that'll ever repeat. It may be.
I don't know. I think.
What's missing in music right now?
Oh, soul. Soul is missing in music right now. As a general, I'm not saying that there's not. But there's not, people still carrying on. But, the soul of music isn't there anymore.
Yeah, we had a conversation about this not long ago. When you go back to of course, some of this could be what they were doing, but 60s, 70s, 80s, they were really putting a lot of effort into the songwriting.
Right.
The 80s was cool because there was never the same guys in rotation. Right. It was one hit wonders across the board.
Yeah.
Model after that, but it's just not the same. It's almost like they're here and you're never going to remember who they are in 10 years.
Right. Yeah.
Not writing the same songs.
No, absolutely not. No.
So I was just curious what your opinion on music right now is, because it does feel a little bit blasé.
It does. I mean, I'm I listen to some of this stuff that is pumping out on the top 40 and stuff. I mean, here at the store we kind of try to keep it PG-13 on the music. Every once in a while I'll
let it go.
Yeah, I'll accidentally slip onto a channel that maybe throws an F-bomb out there, and then I catch that, and I'm like,
my guess is most parents use the F-bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I know I do.
But inevitably, I'm going to have that one person or whatever that kind of comes through. Oh, dude, that's an old school.
Check
one.
this out. Okay, yep. Why we're talking about it. So this is some of the stuff he's got here at the store. It took me 20 minutes last time to figure this out. But where's this come from?
That's from China.
This is from China, and it's the Pepsi
Zero.
And they have the old school tab. I don't want to spill, but you can kind of see it. But you got to pull it back, and then look at that. It's like the old. You guys remember Tab and all the old school cans. Anyway, you gotta come down and see some of this stuff that he's got. Stay on music just for a second. If you were gonna write a song that could possibly change the world, like you don't have to write the song right now. What I mean is what are you gonna try? What kind of message would you send to the world right now to try to get everybody to calm down a little bit?
I honestly, kind of think that song already exists.
Yeah.
I do, but I think the message is kind of, not taken the same anymore, or, it's kind of viewed through certain lenses anymore. But honestly, I mean, really, when it comes down to that song to try to get everybody to kind of calm down and come together,
yeah,
I really think, man, Imagine.
Okay.
John Lennon was
man. Dude, that's it.
Yeah. I mean,
so that song, it's already been written.
Yeah.
Don't have to rewrite.
At least something with that sentiment. If I was going to sit down and put pen to paper, I think that would be the sentiment I'd try to.
Imagine by John Lennon.
Yeah.
I'll have to go listen to that again.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Especially if the guy was a legend.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you have all sorts of stuff from around the world in here. What's the most expensive item?
Oh,
and why is it expensive? Or is there like is there something funky like a scorpion inside of that kind of thing?
Yeah, so probably the most expensive item is going to be. I'll just kind of start there and break it down. So the Universal Yums boxes, they're a little pricey, but they have stuff, specific countries. So you get like a UK box, which is the only one I have in stock right now. I've got more on order; they're on the way.
So each country puts together something.
But they've got some different. The countries don't, but you do have somebody curating products from each country that they do. In the past, we've had Germany and Sweden and Korea, Japan. Ooh. Some of that stuff that's really fun. And
dude, that's cool. So you get to sample some of the things that everybody's having. I bet the Sweden one's. I'm a Swedish fish guy.
Okay,
it's a problem. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I'm glad I have the products to feed that addiction. So,
what's the motto? Do you have like a store motto or just a business motto?
Business motto. Honestly, I wish nothing but the best for everybody. I want happiness and everything else. Yeah. As far as my business motto or business philosophy, I guess is it. Believe in yourself. And just don't listen to the outside stuff, and just do what you want to. It's your business.
Yeah.
Do what you want to with it. Don't listen to listen to people. Listen to
feedback.
Feedback, positive feedback, negative feedback. Take all of that, and then at the end of the day, just say, F it.
Yeah. So much of this is taking chances.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Just every day you find yourself having to take a chance.
Yeah. Well, and I actually, funny you bring that up. I had a conversation with a customer just yesterday. Tourists passing through, and I was open on Sundays through the end of this month.
Awesome.
And this is August, by the way. But no, I was talking to him, and just older gentleman and stuff, and he's like, so it's tough to be doing a business, right now. I said, it is. It's not the ideal setting that you want for starting a new business. But the reality is, if people don't take chances, even in the bad times, who's going to take chances in the good times if nobody's willing to take chances in the bad times?
That's very true. Great.
So that's what starting something, and even if you fail in the bad times, at least you, I don't want to say can blame it on something, but at least you,
Was he coming from an economical standpoint?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
It does feel tough right now with gas and everything just kind of hitting your pocket.
Absolutely. Shipping costs are
like you said, just getting the stuff here, right? But then your groceries are gone up, and because of those same issues, shipping, and people are. It feels tough when you always get that email where it says, "Hey, we're boosting your subscription price up $3.99," and that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you do it every single year and you started at $14, right, sitting at $35.
Well, and when you started at $14 and you had 7 of those subscriptions, because that equals about what you would have been paying for cable or whatever. If you're talking like streaming services, let's say.
That's exactly what I'm talking
about. Then next thing you know, boom, 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 boom. Now you're sitting here going, okay, which 3 streaming services do I want to cut out?
Right.
Which my wife and I do it a little different. We just kind of rotate through everything. So we'll shut one off for a few months, and
that's smart.
And then fire it back up and catch up on all the shows there while we shut something else off.
That's very smart. I just be the company that stops that for 1 year.
Right.
Everybody else around you's jacking up prices, and they can't. All this is always about investors in my mind. They got to find a way to make them happy. So this is the one way to do it quickly, but just be the company for once that doesn't do it. Yeah. All right. So here's a question that I'm going to ask everybody. Used to ask this on my podcast. If you got stuck in a car for the rest of your life, okay, you can't get out of the car. You're just going to have to drive forever. And your CD player broke. It's stuck on one song. And you're okay with this song on repeat. You can't turn it off. It's got to be something that's not going to drive you crazy. What song are you listening to?
I get to pick the song that it gets stuck on.
Well, yeah, because it's you that has to suffer through it every single time. It just repeats.
I'm going to throw back, another Gen X, staple here. I'm going to go with "Head Like a Hole" by 9 Inch Nails. So, because if I'm stuck in the car, I'm going to be angry. Why not just put on angry music and just
Head
go
Like
with
a
it?
Hole is such a great song.
It is.
The nostalgia that comes through my mind whenever I hear it. You can smell the rooms you were in. Like that whole album was killer, by the way. Trent Reznor, that was a guy taking a chance back then.
Yes.
With his sound.
Yeah.
And what do you sell the most of?
The most of we sell is going to be the saltwater taffy.
Absolutely.
Hands down. When you're doing a bulk by the pound kind of thing, it just kind of
Jelly Belly started that whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was a problem too for me for a long time. I liked the popcorn for some reason. Everybody else didn't like it, but Jelly Belly popcorn. Do you have a favorite candy? Like, what's your sweet tooth?
Really, it kind of depends on the day. Dark chocolate fan all the way, but I was going to say if I had to pick my all-time favorite, it would be the Sixlets.
Hey,
so
school.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Are you on social media?
Yeah, so we've got Facebook and Insta.
And is it Country Cole?
Cole Country Candy Shop.
Yeah. Cole Country Candy Shop on
Candy
all
Shop.
of it.
Yeah.
And not doing the tick and the talks?
Not yet.
Just more to try to figure out?
Yeah, more to try to figure out, more to try to find the time for. I have a hard enough time sometimes just keeping up with my Facebook and Insta posting. I'm sitting here going, where am I going to find the time for one more thing?
You said that you're open through the end of August even on Sundays, but what are your typical hours?
So normal hours are 9:30 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4 on Saturdays, and then through the end of August here, we're doing 11 to 4.
Okay.
So,
And the address again?
219 South Gillette Avenue.
Right in the heart of Gillette. It's a beautiful spot. It's right across the street from First Interstate Bank. In case nobody knows where they're going, it's straight downtown Gillette. Same avenue as the courthouse and all those other things. It's a perfect place. Yeah, convenience store candy is just old news. And get down here, come see Kevin. He's here. He's part of his business. He's not, leaving this up to somebody else while he goes home and lets somebody run it. He's part of this and has his heart into it. I think that's pretty much all I've got. Is there anything you want to talk about?
I'm
is there something that you want to, a message or anything?
So I guess, the only message I have is, first of all, thank you for everybody who has been here. Thank you, Maddie, for coming and doing this. This is awesome to be able to be part of this.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. Any opportunity to promote
yes.
Is a great opportunity. Come check us out. I'm not forcing you to buy anything. You don't have to come in here, and there is a cover charge to leave if you don't buy anything. But I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, come down, check it out. I mean, it's candy. If it doesn't get in your mouth, it's not going to hurt you. And I mean, even if it does get in your mouth, probably not. Come check it out. We're good people and
very good people. Very good people. Working hard in Wyoming, and that's what we want to bring right now with this whole series is people that have just taken a chance on themselves, because I think everybody in their mind has always wanted to do it but can't really figure out how to start. And I think that most of it is what he said, and that's believe in yourself and what you think that you can bring to the world, because everybody brings something. So take a chance on yourself. You might fail 1,000 times before something takes off, but if you're determined to love yourself enough to bring it to some, the population, it works. It really does work. So congratulations on this whole thing, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I love what you guys are doing. So thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Let me do this. Taking a chance on it.
Yeah, no, again, I appreciate being part of it, man. All right, brother. Well, thanks so much.
Today I met a new friend. His name's Kevin Krim. He owns a cool country candy shop, and he took a chance on himself. I think that's pretty damn cool. All right, guys. Till next time, feel alive in the life you live.
If you would like to support the Small Town Diaries mission in bringing you Wyoming's amazing small business owners, you can donate right here on Facebook. Simply click Send Gift, and you can donate any amount. We are going to continue this free of charge to support our community's amazing people and their businesses. And your donation will help make the episodes grow and reach even further. Thank you for your time and thoughtfulness.